Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Fuck You, and welcome to Unshackled. We're going to be going through some update notes tonight and talking about this past event. Going to be breaking down what everybody thinks about it. We got a small little panel tonight. We got a few more joining us later, but we got with us tonight. We got David Dark Shadows. We got Dava Phoenix. We got Jess. We got Wolfie. We got Zachary, and we got myself. I don't think Owen can actually talk. So, but I guess what we'll do is we'll get a rundown of everybody's event and see what they thought of it, and what they thought of the new unit. David, we'll start with you.
Figured you'd have to start with me, but with that being said, I actually like the new unit. It's a beast. It is a gunship. That Envoy hero is something else. So, as far as the event goes, I got all my infinite builds. I got a couple of upgrade tokens, of course, I got my tech and whatnot. The event itself was very technical. You didn't need to do... if you bum rushed it, you're going to get a lot of damage. The first thing I saw were people complaining about, I just lost a full plot of phalanx in this base. That's bull. Well, you know what? At the very beginning of this event cycle, they said phalanx are going to be very weak.
Yeah, they were.
So, you had to have the right units at the right level in order to do some of these things. But with a little bit of skill, a little bit of knowledge, you did quite well. I've seen lower levels that had the right units. Now, they're not maxed or anything like that, but, they did very well during this event.
Yeah.
I gave it, honestly, I'll give it an 8.5. I'll give it a 9. I never give full 100%. So
It's got to be epic for that. All right, Daba, give us your thoughts and your rating and what you think of the new unit.
One major thing that Mr. Dark Shadows completely forgot about as far as the key items is patience. Definitely need a lot of patience if you want to do these bases, along with the skill. Because without patience, bye-bye units. And just a public announcement, if you run a tuna phalanx into a base and then they die, instead of being upset, learn from the mistakes and realize that you're fitting a square peg in a round hole, or however that saying goes. You're using the wrong tool for the job. It's like you're using a hammer to try to screw in a nail, or a screwdriver to start a car. Oh wait, that is a.
And if you do it again, expect the same action.
And so, I was able to do pretty much everything up to the 60 with basic units. So it was kind of nice to technicals and furies, and not nicks. I like to challenge myself like that because I want to act like a medium player, or I want to kind of see it from the perspective of a medium player, and I was able to accomplish that. Get up to the 60 to be self-sustaining, as I call it, to be able to basically do your own event. Yeah, it took time. It took a lot of end attacks. Just took a lot of patience, but it could be done. With all that, the 80 was the only base I really didn't particularly care for because it was a base where you needed to take damage. The Sentinels really don't have any drone spitting units, and so I would have liked to seen like a air and ground combo. But I think because the Eastern Horde don't have anything that shoots the Herald, I think that's probably why they didn't do that.
How'd you feel about the one hit? It was only one hit. How'd you feel about that?
I love those because everyone can't have a trophy, and I think it should be locked to one hit because a trophy is supposed to be a sign of achievement, like yes, I did this and all that.
Yeah.
Now I couldn't care less if everybody and their grandmothers have a trophy, but there's players out there that they see that as a sign of achievement, and not everybody deserves it. So, but as long as I get it in the base, I couldn't care less.
I totally agree.
If everybody and their grandmothers and their alts and their minis alts and all that had it too.
Yep.
But I definitely like that they dropped the trophy to 400K.
Yeah.
But it gives me something to spend my XP on because if I actually earn the trophy, what am I really going to do with that extra 400K? I'm going to buy one more gunship token. That's really all I needed. Now,
speaking of the gunship,
yeah,
how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I haven't really gotten enough time to test it yet and play around with it because I built one and probably not a unit that I'm gonna find useful because of my playstyle. But yeah, I have to level it up and see.
It's all about risk versus reward.
Everyone knows when I get a unit, I ask this question: what can this unit do that my current units can't do? And I don't have an answer yet for the gunship, but I'm searching for it.
Very true. Very true. What was your rating?
What can we rate it from what to what?
1 through 10.
All right, so I'm gonna give it like a 12. Same rating as I did on Saturday. Great event. Just a few things until a certain game was running fine performance wise, and then a certain somebody, we won't name and shame, requested a Discord that get some lags in DC and all that, and all of a sudden that started happening. But aside from that, it was just the normal stuff performance wise. So pretty good.
Yeah, I know it's the same. All right, Iron Man. You got your rating and what you thought of the event and what you think of the new gunship.
Well, I give it an 8. Better event than like before, but of course I've had some lag, but normal. On the gunship, while I'm just leveling up, I'm not gonna really use it until it's fully leveled first before I really give it a go. So I haven't built one yet. An event, of course, with the phalanx, I only use the phalanx to where I take out certain key buildings, and then going with the right units and figure everything else out. So yeah, that's my assessment.
Okay, Wolfie, you still with us?
Yes.
What did you think of the event? What was your rating, and what do you think of the new gunship?
I quite like this event. It's not like the past events that I played, and obviously I took a little bit of a break from the game, so it was the first event that I come back to, and it was something nice and chilled. Basically, to take my time with each unit, like with a few of the bases, not rushing like you normally would most events, and take 10 minutes repair instead. If you rushed in this event, you'd take 10 hours. But it was an alright event. I'd give it a 7. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. As for the new unit, I quite like it paired up with my Siege Squadron. Hopefully when it's a higher level, it'll do a little bit more damage than it does now. But for the most part, I enjoyed it. And I think the new unit is going to be a decent one.
All right, thank you. What was your rating again?
7.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. I'll give it the same thing, a 7. The new unit, I haven't made any. I haven't tested them. I've seen a lot of things go on with them. I haven't seen nothing impressive yet. I myself, I haven't been in game. I just kind of came back and getting back into the steam of things. So I wasn't able to get a lot of tokens for them. I got a couple tokens. I got all my elite profit parts. So I got that up. I got 56 Omega profit parts, which about the event. Okay, we all know on our first run throughs, I got my ass smoked. I got like 20 plus hours of repair. That's after spending 100 gold I got from CS. I got rolled. But after a few of them, I started using different techniques. My go-to units, I was using my main tune and the whole main track I used. My O-Jug along with a Caretaker along with Darkstorm, 4 Drakens, and Dina, or not Dina, but I usually had Jericho I would put in there, or the Cyclops hero, I can't remember her name, or Ardra. I wouldn't alternate them. It just but Jericho I actually used a lot, and I used him a lot in the Omega profit bases. I would go to the right side and just clear that crap out and work him as far in as I could to the land and take out all the hunters and just go from there. My envoys did a lot of work this event too. I love my envoys now. I mean, I loved them before, but now I really love them. But yeah, 7, and I haven't tested the new unit. I haven't seen much of the new unit. So I don't know what to say about it. I know I did see some things where it was going flying in midair and it would get shocked suddenly and just sit there. Now, I believe that is fixed, but we'll catch up with that later. Does does YouTube have any questions or anything?
We had Skip Jack says, I give it a 9, but feel mids and lows were left a bit. Not everyone can play all the days. It was a bit more difficult for the mids. She thinks this event than the last.
And like Dava said, the 80.
Rates it as
that
1.5. Devo's out there. So,
Devo will be in here soon. We'll get his rating and all that. Does anybody want to go through and read some update notes, or
Normally leave that for the main guy.
no?
You're up, brother.
Yeah, you get to do that part.
Damn it!
I would normally volunteer, but hey, we gotta let the new fish.
All right.
You gotta get your feet wet, Lonnie. Come on now.
I don't like my feet wet. I don't like water. Oh. All right. Let's go to the patch notes. I guess I'm gonna have to screenshot these to you.
And make sure you have Facebook and all that closed, so we don't.
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah.
And really just have the 3 tabs open.
Yeah, I do. They're all open, and I got my game room down at the bottom.
Keep YouTube shut so this way you don't accidentally go to some YouTuber's channel. And they'll be like, oh, you showed my channel.
I'll go get 150 mil.
Okay, can you check see if I am presenting?
Oh wait. How can you be a duck and not like water? Goodbye.
Why?
I'm not a duck right now. I'm a fuck you. All right, we're gonna. I guess we're gonna go through some release notes, patch notes.
You may zoom in just a little.
Yeah, well.
About 175% or something like that.
And hit the hide button at the bottom too.
Noob.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. The following fixes was updated today. We got Chapter 3, Shadow Up Begins, Unlock Romeo by earning more standard parts. Don't miss out on the powerful new gunship tech. The full list of the diamond tech can be found below. We got the Bishop tech coming out. Chaplain, Valiant, Spartan, Cyclops, and Cerberus. All that diamond tech is coming out. They're removing Bansalt tech, Disruptor tech, and Sharpshooter diamond tech. All that diamond tech is going to be gone. Ruby is back with new AI upgrades and UI improvements. Ruby raises the priority of units causing damage. This means that your units prioritize close by, low priority units, causing damage to them over further away high priority units. I think that's kind of saying that Ruby's turned into a royal pain in the ass now when you're going up against her, because this is going to hurt. Seeker tokens have been replaced by Envoy tokens. That's awesome. War Dogs tokens have been replaced by Sharpshooter tokens. No, that's another awesome thing.
2 units community said were not the greatest, and they took them out for better ones.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, how often do you use your Seekers?
Or War Dogs. Well, War Dogs in battle, even.
My Seekers got so much dust on them, I don't even know if they're Seekers anymore. I think they're Dusters. Fire tech bases spawning on September 27th, which is today, after the downtime. So they're out there. Go get your fire tech for the Halloween event because you're going to need it. I got so much shit of it. I will be selling some after the show. The bug fixes. We fixed an issue equipping phalanx and sharpshooter diamond tech, which will sometimes cause a 2251 error. They also fixed an issue where the forward spec op or the forward ops spec ops would deploy platoons from your base instead of from your deposit. The forward spec op or the forward ops spec op will be returning to the gear store in the future. Centered the Blackout's hitbox to better line up with the in-game model. They also fixed an issue where the PvP air platoons were sometimes not available. Okay, that's good. This was being caused when the This was being caused where there was a PvE battle in progression or progress. They also fixed an issue where the air platoons were unable to deploy due to capacity being wrong. I think that is that where like you deploy a bunch of crap in somebody's base and it all dies, and you can't deploy nothing else?
Yep.
I've had that happen to me quite often. Which, that was really a bad thing for Kickstarter because they was probably losing a lot of money on that. So
after this, after we do all this, you have to come into my base, lose all your air, so we can test this, for science.
Yeah, I bet somebody else can take that. Somebody else can be nominated for that.
If you
they also fixed an issue where clicking on the ground after a gunship begins firing would prevent it from dealing damage. They also fixed an issue where a moving target would prevent the gunship from shooting. Performance improvements. Home base load times have been improved in some cases by up to 50%. I have noticed that loading my base is kind of snappy.
Cha-ching!
Yeah. That means, you know what that means, right? That means after somebody comes in and they try to smash your freaking base and they lose every freaking thing that they can, their buddy's sitting outside your base about ready to come in, you can go in there and hit that little button that says, "Bueno," and your shit goes back to repair, and you can do that awfully quick, and then when the other person comes in, they can call you a cheat.
Right, Debo?
Is Debo here?
Do you agree with what we were saying, Debo?
He does.
I didn't hear anything you said.
Okay, let me get this last one, then we'll get Debo's take on it.
We were talking about
initial memory usage has been decreased upon loading time. I guess that's why some of our stuff's loading quicker. But Debo, since you're here, can we get your rating on the event? What you think of the new gunship, and what do you think of the whole event together?
I think overall I'll give it about a 9. The event was actually pretty fun for what I actually did get to play. The gunship, on the other hand, I haven't actually had time to play with it yet. I've just been clicking that upgrade button and letting it do its thing. I'm sure I'll get to it soon. But yeah, it was a good event. Yeah, I felt it was a little bit more difficult for some lower to mid players, but I mean, overall, it wasn't terrible. Not as much fun as the last one, in my opinion, but it was cool.
What do you think of the new gunship?
The most I got to play with it was in that the first attack wave, which is at level 5 base. So I really didn't get to play with it too much. Like I said, I just been I got like 2 or 3 built right now, and I've just been upgrading them. So I'm sure I'll get to play with them a little bit more. Especially when they drop the gunship bases, and see exactly what it can do and what's the best way to use it at this point. So,
right. Has anybody been out and tried this new Ruby AI that we got going on here?
Yep.
And what's your take on it? I mean, is it going to be? I don't know if you can go into further detail like this. I don't know if you know this much or tested it as much, but is this going to cause us a lot more damage as we go into a base? Like, is the stuff going to prioritize our Ardra or anything like that?
So I did. Me and the one were doing some testing earlier today, and normally a tuna phalanx, when I would run them in my base on the go-go bar, it would just run in like it basically. If you click my CC, you know how my base is. It's got all the turrets around it and all the walls. So if you click my CC, it'll try to just bulldoze right through, try to get in. And they all lined up in a nice single file line, and they all followed the same path. Now they actually split up and they go to separate buildings and stuff, and they scatter, and it's kind of because it's a little bit more intelligent. Like they're able to pick targets out, it seems, and kind of like it says, hey, I'm going to go to this one. All right, I'll go to this one. Like if they're actually like commanding, but this is happening instantaneously, and they split up and they divide and conquer instead of all trying to kill the same target.
That's awesome. Now I wonder if the fist has got any changes with it, or if it's the same old fist where it's always bugged all the freaking time. And
what I hate with fist is that it ignores all, or it used to ignore all buildings and go to after.
Yes. Yep.
It went after the units, and then it went after the buildings, and I hated that because I want it to just kill from where it is currently to the end point.
Where it's going, yeah.
That's basically the attack move command will do that for you. But
yeah, so if you got a building right here and there's a freaking or one single elite rifleman all the way across the map, it's going to just say hello building, bye building, and go straight after the rifleman.
Well, this will all be spelled out in detail when we get to the rebirth of Ruby being reborn. So
yeah, what he's
that's gone into quite a lot of detail on the mechanics behind it as well. So,
all right, I'm gonna do a fist on my my phalanx and see what happens.
You want to do something, and I'll present you.
Well, I want to show it when we actually do actually talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, so this is making them line up like little soldiers. Where Ruby
You're not presenting,
but
we're not screen sharing.
You want me to do it now? Okay. Hang on. Gotta load in my game. There we go. All right. And make sure there's nothing incriminating. Cool. All right. So I have.
Yeah, make sure you got no porn open, Dava.
I do not do that. So,
especially midgets.
We're doing the go-go bar test here, and go-go bar is essentially Ruby controlled. And so, I'm surprised that they all make a beeline for that. But I have nothing in my base, so this is going to flat me. But as they get closer, they kind of scatter out, or they did. Now they're making a liar out of me. Okay. Way to go. Before they actually scattered out and they went all huh. This is what they were doing before, just marching in all in a line. But before okay. I'm gonna take control of them and hit Ruby and see what happens. Because they did
do that, because it still might be residual on the go-go bar side of it.
It did a lot better last time. All right, well, let's see what happens. I also deployed them from the bottom there, but I don't think that would matter.
Lonnie, I think you muted yourself.
Yeah, I did. Just watching.
Oh, okay.
All right, so they're here. Well, actually, let me put them to single point. Also, this is a free tip. If you hit attack move, you can get all your units to one little like that, like where it just looks like it's one unit. All right, so we're gonna hit Ruby. Click. See what happens. Hide the UI. And go kill stuff. Yeah, see, they're not really spreading out like they did before. Because they had some of these went over that way. But yeah, they're marching in a line. That's not good. don't know. Maybe it'll work like if I'm actually like not doing a Google bar then. But well, we have the update notes to do, and then I'll do this test that I wanted to do. Not the updates, but the Ruby stuff. Because I'm gonna show like what some of that stuff's talking about. So if you wanna go ahead and present all that stuff.
Where is this at? Is it? I know it's in the forums there, but
In general, it's pinned at the top.
Do you want to go through that? Since I mean, you're kind of. I mean, I can.
Yeah, you'd want to screen share it for YouTube. But then
Yeah, I can screen share it.
I'm going to use these units to demonstrate. And then we'll take this guy. Perfect. Yeah, run through those real quick, and then I'll do my little presentation.
Okay, you want me to run through them? I'll run through them. Let me put this off here.
Ruby has failed.
Okay.
They said in YouTube.
In Operation Meltdown, we saw the return of Ruby. Her return sees a suite of improvements in terms of both game appearance and functionality. With the next release, you should immediately see the refined appearance of the game's user interface. Across the board, all major UI systems have been revamped to provide a much more polished and streamlined experience. As you'll see soon yourself, War Commander has never looked so good. I actually like the new look of it.
Can you hit the hide button down there?
Yeah. Although with the visual improvements, you'll also find that Ruby-controlled units behave much more intelligently. As the changes are more suitable, though, they are best highlighted with a few examples. Units without a designated stance chase nearby enemies units up to a certain distance and then return to their original location. During their time travel back, they would often not respond to being shot. This didn't make sense. With new Ruby, they will now re-engage enemies when attacked on their way back to their original location. I've seen that before too. The concept of high priority units and how the UI or the AI interacts with these units was another area in the War Commander that at best felt confusing, while at worst felt utterly broken. At this time, each of the three factions have at least one high priority unit which Ruby would engage before other units. These units are Purifier Ardra, Hammers and Roland, and Cerberus Stones.
Now keep in mind, if you slap one of these at the back of your, so I'd say you got a maxed out base, and you deploy at 6 o'clock on the base at the very bottom corner, and the Ardra, Cerberus, Hammer, whatever is at the very top, and you hit Ruby, I seriously doubt it would auto aggro all the way there. Because me and Peel tested this, and you had to be within a certain range before this update. And it was Peel, so this was many, many moons ago, but yeah. Apparently, Event Commander is also high priority, according to Mr. Rommel, who uses archaic units. So that's good. I might actually build one of these. Because they're cheap. They're like 100 space.
High priority allows you to use these units to cover for more fragile units. However, if one of these units exists in a player's base, an attacker let Ruby control their forces. And an attacker let Ruby control their forces. The old AI would dive blindly into the base, ignoring turrets and other lower priority units that were firing at them along the way. Again, this didn't make sense and rightly led to many players interrupting the AIs, being broken and suiciding your units without firing a shot. The new Ruby AI will raise the priority of units that are firing at a unit. So in most cases, it would return fire when it is engaged by other enemy units or turrets. However, if you are attacking a high priority units, you can still raise their priority to be higher than the firing units you want to protect by firing upon an enemy target with your high priority unit, thus raising their priority even higher than the lower priority firing unit. This will be how you will get your purifier or hammer to re-engage enemies that have started responding to incoming fire from low priority enemies. However, the higher priority drones of the Cerberus cannot raise their priority by firing because they cannot fire. As a result, their priority is being permanently raised to match the priority of standard units which are firing. This means as long as you keep your Cerberus in front of the lower priority units, its drones will provide cover for the lower priority units firing behind it. This makes the Cerberus the most reliable cover for your army when placed in front. Commanders that do not rely heavily on Ruby assisted combat will still see improvements with these changes. Rest assured that Ruby will never override players' commands. Setting targets manually will guarantee that your units will fire at a target until that unit's destruction or that unit receiving a new command. Setting a unit stance will never be overwritten. Instead, your units will respond more consistently to changing battlefield conditions. Units set to fire at will stance will still target at high priority units within the enemy base, but now if fired upon en route, your units will respond to this fire and adjust their targets to this new threat. In the end, the goal of these changes is to provide a more consistent experience when playing with or against Ruby assisted units in all bases in the game, both PvP and PvE. Ruby assisted gameplay has always been meant to provide a viable approach to tackling enemy targets in areas mentioned above and unfortunately fell short. With these AI changes, Ruby assisted gameplay is more viable than ever before. These changes will soon be testable yourself within this week's release. So, what's you guys' stance on this? Hello?
Mike, is this thing on? Hit the X on the side chat there. There you go. But yeah. So I really like it because before, if I put a Cerberus or something underneath my CC, and you went to Ruby a thing of Phalanx, it would just try to suicide. It would basically drive right over everything, and blindly not even shoot and fight its way into the base, hitting the Cerberus or attempting to hit the Cerberus. Where now it gives the attacker a chance because now their thing's not just going to just blindly go into a base. And
I think it's going to be good for our end, but PvP is going to make our PvP experiences different now. What we're used to probably isn't going to work anymore. You know.
And can you present me?
Yeah.
I wanna visualize some of this stuff.
Hold on, I'm presenting you now. You should be presenting to everyone.
Click me and then click the present thing.
Yeah, I did.
So normally you guys would get to get into the art studio with Daba, but here we have real life units we can use. So use the 2D models instead of the one.
Everyone loves drawing time with Daba.
Exactly. So, how the old system worked? If I took this Draken and I hit Fist, or rather Ruby, it would basically do this while the Avalanche is shooting at him. It would just basically blindly walk through and attempt to hit the Purifier. Well, here we have Arja. And going, but now we have Cerberus. Pretend there's Cerberus drones around here. Use your imagination. So we're going to go this way now. If I hit Ruby, as I get close to these, as soon as this starts firing on him, he's going to stop, kill this turret, and then move on instead of blindly walking through the turret. Now, of course, I'm just using a single turret, and the same thing would apply if he was just trying to bulldoze the base. But yeah, if you have a high priority target back behind something that's going to shoot it, the unit that's marching or driving or whatever will attempt to take care of whatever's shooting it first. we're going to that. What they were saying with the Cerberus drones is if you have, so let's say you have the Cerberus right here, and we're protecting this Draken. And again, pretend there's Cerberus drones out here. So, and this Ardra has enough range to hit my drones. Well, Ardra's going to keep hitting the drones, and if I take this guy and fire on the Ardra, it's going to be fine because he's got the drones there. But if we do it this way, put this guy in front of the drones, the Ardra, in theory, shouldn't go chasing the drones. It'll kill him first because he's getting fired on with him, and then it'll go to the drones. So basically, the moral of the story is keep the Cerberus drones between whatever it's protecting and the high priority unit or whatever's shooting, and then you should be good. So, give you an example of that. So we'll deploy a caretaker down at the bottom, so this way we can actually we'll get the drones here. Cool. He stays put. So yeah, you want to have the drones like this between what you're protecting and back and this guy. You know, whatever the high priority is. Because in theory, how I read that post, if you have it like this Ardra would hit him first and then hit the drones. Of course, it wouldn't hit this Cerberus because it would hit the drones have a higher priority than the Cerberus. Now, one thing I gotta check is if the Cerberus is shooting, it would raise its priority, but I don't know if it would raise it higher than the drones, which I don't think it would, but yeah, something to test. So yeah, that's...
If I remember correctly, the drones take priority over being hit over everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, isn't your go-go bar like maxed?
It's 21.
Yeah, can't you control your tunes?
Yeah.
Send them in. That way you can stay. Send in a couple of Cerberus and whatnot. Why a caretaker?
So this way, it would sit still while I targeted it. Because I wanted to get the drones out to show how the drones work, and you can't do that without something being deployed. So remember, we used to use the old flak tank, and then we would put our ferries and stuff under our buildings, or not the ferries, but like the flak tanks and stuff underneath our buildings, because you could just click it. So you'd open the go-go bar and put like a flak tank or something like that. All right, so
Freaking flak tank.
Rest in peace.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this turret back.
I lost all my hailstorms in that depot. It had a flak tank in it. I never said that once.
I emptied my bunkers and towers for friendly. Oops, I forgot to put them back in.
I have done that a couple times.
But it makes the game feel a lot smoother with the new hood and shit, bro.
All right, so now this guy is essentially on Ruby. So let's see how he acts. So he's hitting the drone as expected. I'm gonna pull him back behind the Draken.
I wonder if he's still going after the drone or the Draken.
Yep. So he's hitting that Draken now.
After
Oh wow!
No, he's going after the drone still, bro.
All right, let's pull that back a little bit.
He should be hitting that. Well, as soon as that Draken hits him, he should hit the Draken.
Yeah.
I guess we're not going to find out because he just shredded that Draken. That Draken just shredded him.
Oh yeah. Here's the awesomeness of this sniper, the sharpshooter. If we wait about 30 seconds, and it's neat that the go-go bar is actually doing this. Well, there you go. You got your answer. You get that Draken. Wait, hold on. Is he about to revive again? You got some zombie stuff going on here.
Wait, it's Halloween.
Because the tech, his level 20 tech is he gets a chance to revive.
Right.
I thought he revived once, and then that was it.
Unless you've still got the caretaker in there, is with it.
Nah, he shouldn't be in there. Hold on. Yeah, look. I broke the go-go bar.
Fuck's sake, Dubba. Foot down your
Damn
hand.
it, Dava.
Way to go, Daba.
Well, you got alive here. Dappa broke the damn go-go bar.
Yeah, look,
So
my
if yours isn't working,
even-
blame Dubber.
hold on. Look, my Ruby thing down here isn't even showing. What the heck? I want to hit Ruby, but oh, I have nothing deployed. That's why. Okay, well,
You goober.
fail. Oh.
I just need 15 mil for.
Daba, you gotta put the doobie away.
Huh?
You gotta put the doobie away, Daba.
So what?
The doobie.
Makes that more plausible.
That has got to be one hell of a quick refresh now, huh?
Now we got a 7 caretakers, so there's no way that this thing's gonna die in one hit. So now we can do some proper testing. I'm gonna put him like right there. I'll move you back just a hair, just like that. Because now the drones are definitely behind this guy. Why is he marching so close? What the heck? So he's okay, cool. So he hit what was firing on him. Now, as he's firing on the drones, I'm gonna bring my Ardra over here. Tell this chaplain to go pound sand. Because he is now he should target my Ardra because my Ardra's closer. Nope. Wow, that's interesting. So he likes those drones even though they're not. So look.
They have a higher priority than.
I wonder if you fire at the caretaker, if it will fire at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
just the caretaker and not it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit.
Grabs a fucking gun.
Oh wow.
All right, Daba's already broken Ruby and the go-go bar.
Okay.
What next?
Okay, there we go. Now it finally hit me after all those shots. Good. So
Ruby needs to get hit with a ball bat once or twice. She'll get into gear.
now look, he's blindly chasing my Ardra now. That's interesting. See, now he should aggro to this, but I guess now that I've got a higher priority locked on, he's just gonna blindly follow me. So there you go. Ruby's broken. Cause look. Well, now I could just lead this. So all you need to do is hit one shot on an Ardra and then run her away. And then you got the old Ruby back. But don't tell your friends or else they'll do this. Shh. Top secret info. Don't tell Kicks Eye.
Just the last zombie invasion we had Spartan ZKs with their fire tech was brilliant. So I suggest getting your Spartans back in your towers for invasion.
Well, I guess we have a bug report that the go-go bar doesn't auto end. Like it used to. It was earlier. I don't know what's going on now. I broke it.
Well, I do know the last event, the whole fire. Oh, zombies get killed by fire. I'm sorry to say, but a lot of them zombies that got fire with fire tech, they didn't do much of anything but keep coming, kick your ass. And that's about when the jug first came out. The jug was the big deal. And one of them zombie spears, he's like, oh, I'm going to kill this thing. Spit on that jug one shot. And for some reason, my jug just disappeared. And it wasn't just the pixels that actually killed the damn thing.
Yep.
I guess it was the pixels, but yeah, he killed my jug one shot.
Like,
so, I'm scared of what this zombie event's going to be. This last one was freaking a pain.
Yeah, I got Cerberus now, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
all right, I'm going to try...
That's going to be the only great thing about the event. It's going to be all 3 factions. but still, man, the last zombie event was so freaking bad, so hard.
Last one was bad because it was like 500. Oh, look, he's making a beeline for my Ardra. Wait, what just happened?
Okay, just ended.
Huh, that's weird.
Or somebody's hitting you.
No. What's going on? I set a detonator because I hope the bunker would shoot it. I want to. There we go. I want to. Okay, so it's auto ending now, but it wasn't earlier. That's weird. What was I sending in earlier? The sharpshooter, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just hoping Kickstarter listens to everything we've been saying, you know, and try to dial down this Halloween event. You know, give us a little.
Last zombie event was because we had like 20 main track, like 6 to 8 zombie faction track for all three, and then we had the zombie track.
Yeah, so, it was just a monster, and it was so freaking hard.
It looks to be the sniper because I just killed a sniper off, and it didn't auto end. But when I killed the detonator off, it did.
Does anybody remember what the prize was for last Halloween event? What the Omega was for it?
Eesh.
Might have been Warwick.
Nah, Warwick was.
I think it might have been the Blackout, maybe.
Possibility of it being Blackout. I'm not too sure.
Blackout was this year too. I thought. Omega. If anyone knows, Mr. Rommel in this chat knows. He's got all.
Mr. Rommel?
Huh?
I said Mr. Rommel?
Yeah. Check inside chat. He's already got the answer, I bet. He's just got all that stuff memorized. I could be like, all right, during the 5th event after Operation Shockwave, what was it?
What was the Omega base for last Halloween event? What was we doing for the Omega base? One. No, that's the question. Was it the Herald maybe?
Might have been.
No, it wasn't the Herald.
Well, Herald came out last January, February.
Okay.
Initially, like the standard. So, not last, but 2017. I think. So.
I think Wolfie was right. Warring.
Oh yeah.
Shit, well, it would be the first time I am correct.
Yeah, I think it was the Wolverine because they came out with those that plow.
Cow catcher.
Yep.
Get a hiccups there.
So watch this. These Drakens will actually individually target the PK missiles.
I can't remember what the new unit was, but yeah, I'm pretty sure the Omega was the. Wolverine.
Lonnie, I have some upsetting news for you, but good news.
Uh-oh. What's that news?
So you watching my screen share, right?
Yeah.
It's actually really good news for the community. Well, the community actually is kind of mixed about this because some wanted it to happen, I think, and some not. But I need to put my Sheila in my main tune. So you should already know what I'm about to do.
Ah, yes, I do.
So this is a bug fix that I don't think quite made it to the update notes. But this one was actually kind of funny. It'd have been nice to see this one left in because the new gunship, it would stop in midair as the propellers were still going when it was shocked. Hilarious.
By the way, Wolfie is correct according to Wikipedia. It was the Omega Warrior.
Do you know what the new unit was for that event?
That event was, according to this, by the looks of it, Technicals.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah. That's when I became
because the Technicals came out the event before. Then it was not. No, it came out that event. Then we had a Nightmare event to get even more.
Yeah. So
That's right. I became a moderator in October, and that's when the technicals came out. That event.
yep.
Well, we've seen the bug fix.
And of course the for the war rig was the steering knuckle and the introduction of the zombie missile.
And here's something I would tell you never to do.
Yeah, we got all that new tech for the blackout, the jug, and the war rig got a flame gun.
Mm-hmm. And here's something I would always tell you for years never to do, to put charged ordnance on a hero, but I had to for quality testing because I got reported over the weekend at PM and that the plane was shocking, so I had said, I had to see this. And yep, sure enough. The only thing I really have in my base now that shocks like charged ordnance is Sheila and some howlers, I think. Well, I think I might have scrapped on my howler.
Shocky howlers.
Chalky howlers.
Yeah, man.
The shocky howlers. I've got a picture on my Facebook.
I had a shocky jackal.
I'm sure our friend Dr. Phil remembers the old shocky howlers.
Oh, he hated me for that.
Were some bad units. Man, the howler used to be a bad mofo, man. I still got some in my armory.
So, I've got 6 and 5 with charged order on them.
Well, the thing about them was you could put a grenade launcher on them, so which would give them splash, which would in turn any like cluster of units it would hit that could get shocked. Poof, they would all be splashed with shock.
Sure. I had a question. Can I borrow 3,689 gold so I can finish all these torches?
No.
Since you need them so bad for this upcoming event, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there we go. There's my Scorcher army for the. I don't even think it'll be built by next event.
No, not one day. That's what 20, 40, 60, 80. That's 140 days of build.
Yeah, my birthday. Yeah, how old am I? 28. I'll be 29 before this stuff all builds if I just let it.
Yeah, but I doubt you'll be that old by the time you use all that res.
All that res is gonna be. Well, I was gonna say it's gonna be gone by the next event, but I mean, I don't know. I can't.
Well, Bob, won't you go to your go-go bar?
Okay.
And empty out your go-go bar and fill it up with gunships and press go. See what happens.
Put them on Ruby.
Yep.
Let me take her out because they're gonna target her.
Just to see what happens. I mean, your base is empty, so.
I care about ladies, and I don't want them to get destroyed by gunships.
Good man. Good man.
So mine are level below 10. So at level below 10, we can see how they do. Just
probably 5, 6, or 7 at least.
I mean, it's not base crackers, but yeah. Like I could definitely get all my bunkers with that whole squad. Like if I was controlling them. Why are they scattering off like that?
What the world?
They're targeting last stand defenders and your outside buildings and stuff.
That's here. That's not way up there. They're actually, I mean, I got no defenders in here, but they're actually not doing bad.
No, they're not.
Snipers in there and all that. And like I said, these are level 5s. 5s, maybe. They're definitely between 4 and 8. Should be.
I'm preparing for the zombie invasion and whatnot.
I mean,
all my bunkers are dead.
I did kind of okay, but then who's going to use a whole platoon of gunships to do this to an empty base when you just throw in your siege and do just as much, even more, with less damage?
Beginning of the show, like what can these guys do that
they
can't? Now I'm going to try something. I'm going to try
with the gunships. It does it all right in most bases.
I'm going to try like 5 of them, and I'm going to send them on a mission. And I'm going to take control. Because I am an expert pilot. I played Ace Combat when I was a wee little commander.
I don't think that makes you a pilot.
Hey, it has a pilot HUD. So I know what all those little doohickeys mean on the pilot HUD. I played PlayStation 2. I'm a master pilot. I'm an ace pilot.
Okay, let's watch this last one. Then we're gonna move on to the Shadow Ops. I think it's chapter 3. Is what it said? Chapter 3.
Okay, so that's working. I was trying to get all my bunkers, but yeah.
In all honesty, a good base to throw them in is one where they've got 4 hunters, because then you can actually see what they're really like.
Oh, they shredded your shit that time.
But see, what I would do is I'd send them to knock out one bunker, just so this way I could take a juggernaut shot on it. Also, just a public service announcement, have something with splash in your bunkers, otherwise Alpha Phoenix will use ERMs to bait your bunker. Because with offline, this base can be bubbled with just ERMs and a jug. No matter what I got in it. If you don't have a splash thingy in here. So, just throwing it out there.
Alright, I'm gonna move on and we're gonna get to the Shadow Ops. Okay, can somebody check see if I am presenting on YouTube?
We have a guest reader.
We do?
Yeah.
Who wants to read it?
Dark Shadows. Read that.
What?
There you go, David.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, go for it if you want to.
That's what you put in the side chat.
Alrighty.
That Lonnie's screen share on YouTube.
All right, Lonnie's going to screen share it.
If you want to, you can do it, or I can do it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll read it. That don't matter to me.
I got you on and presenting.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. All right. Shadow Ops out for first Justice of Blood. Chapter 3 briefing coming soon in this release. It's time to put an end to the Eastern Horde mobilizing your forces and rolling out. Wipe them out and win more parts for Romero. The Survivor brand new unit. Unique infantry unit, Romero wields a powerful minigun, rocket launcher, and C4 charges. Chapter 3 contains 4 phases which last for 72 hours. Once activated, you must complete Tier 3 in a phase. To earn the standard Romero parts, 8 parts are required to unlock the Romero. Destroy specific targets on the world map to score Shadow Op points. Your chapter details. Phase 1, it begins Friday, September 28th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time and ends Friday, October 5th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Phase 2 is October 5th at 10 a.m. and it will end at 12 on the 12th at 10 a.m. So, and then the final phase is Phase 3 begins October 12th at 10 a.m. and ends on the 19th at 10 a.m. Phase 4 begins Friday, October 19th at 10 a.m. It will end October 24th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Unlimited replays earn 1 standard Romero part each complete playthrough. So if you haven't gotten all your parts, the final phase is where you can do unlimited repeats to get those last parts you're going to need. Your Shadow Op points. Attack the Shadow Op bases to earn points. 8,000 Shadow Op points must be earned to complete your initial playthrough. An additional 4,000 Shadow Op points can be earned with each replay. So if you do one round through and you want to go ahead and do another repeat, it's going to cost you 12,000 Shadow Op points.
And of course, 16, then 20, then 24,
and so on. And so on. The arms cache system. Complete the phase to earn your arms caches. Each arm cache contains a component for the gunship. Replays phases grant a chance to win up to 3 components per cache. All right, here's your first one. The armored engine is for your gunship. It goes, of course, in the engine slot. It is a bronze cache. Reduces burst damage taken by up to 15%. Your improved engine. It increases movement speed by up to 30%. The reflective wing. It is a silver cache. It reduces the energy damage taken by 30%. And the titanium wing reduces sustained damage by 30%. And now for the glory is the gold cache. The sharpshooter training. Use up to 6 sharpshooters spawn upon death in each additional 2 breachers.
In addition with breachers.
In addition to breachers. So, and the cargo hold increases the amount of breachers spawned upon death. So if you're going to use this as a suicide unit for 9, I'd do half and half. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Shadow Ops.
That's gonna be
kind of interesting.
Yeah, because if you drop all of them in there and they all die at the same time, you're gonna get freaking melee.
I love the graphics though. Oh my.
I think the new graphics in the game, I think I can see a difference. It's looking different. I mean,
it's a totally different game right now from the looks of it. A lot more crisp, a lot more high-res pictures by the looks of it.
And it feels smoother.
A heck of a lot smoother.
A little bit, yeah.
But
the game's changing. For sure, it's
of course, when you were
coming around.
All those gunships, it does lag just a little bit from what we were seeing on Dava's computer.
Yeah,
I'm sure it will.
Without DCing.
But what does everybody think about the new Shadow Ops prizes?
I'm liking them. I want them. I need them. I got to get a lot of them.
I'll see if I can do the.
I'm ready to see the October roadmap because I need a lot of the tech and things coming up. I also need a lot of the hero tokens, so I'll be looking forward to that. I think that's about all we got, guys. I mean, does anybody else have anything they want to add?
No, man, you did a good job.
Well, thank you, Debo.
Public service announcement for those guys that built their judge and then scrapped it. You might want to rebuild it because you got Holdout coming out soon.
No, yes, that new event type deal, huh?
Yes.
Is that taking the place of Onslaught, or?
They're talking about, I do believe, it replacing Invasion.
Okay.
Either that
That's
or,
what I meant, Invasion, my bad.
Either that or alternating Invasion.
I haven't seen Onslaught for months now, so I don't think that's around anymore, is it?
There was a talk about that in Discord about, maybe after the Halloween event or right before the Halloween event having an Onslaught.
Hey, I'm all for it. They got a trophy.
No trophies on that.
There used to be. You used to be able to get 2 per run through, like on that one you got the 2 skull trophies, which I still only got 1 of. But you also got, there was another one you got 2 of. You got the 2 like ribbon like banner things. I got both of those. Yeah, I miss those.
And there's also talk of a possible, not 100% definite, but maybe in October, a nightmare event.
You know what? We had one last year.
Yep. So
I was thinking of the same thing.
It's not 100%, but there is talk of it. So
I'd love to see that because last nightmare event, every nightmare event we've had has been double XP.
Exactly.
So that'd be awesome because I'd love to and give everybody an extra chance to get a profit, Omega profit basis. But I guess with that said, we can go down and give some shout outs. David.
Oh, I want to be last.
Okay, I guess you can be last. Daba.
Can I be second to last, please?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Does anybody else want to be last?
Well, you're eventually the very, very last one.
Well, if you ain't first, you're last. So shout out to the panel. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Great job, Lonnie. Good show. And I don't know if I'm the only person who noticed this, but my HUD just looks amazing today, and I don't know why.
Yeah, the major update just
That's a
did.
UI update.
Yeah, it looks fucking awesome. So
Yeah, I like it too.
you know, I give a shout out to Kicks on that because it really does look good. That's all I got. Now you guys can argue about who's going to be last.
All right, Iron Man. Shout outs, please. Iron Man has left the building.
Unmute yourself, Iron Man.
Okay, I don't think he's here. Wolfie!
Obviously, shout out to the panel and shout out to you, Lonnie. Thanks for having me on the panel, and shout out to the guy that opened me up a Thor 80.
You're welcome.
All right, now,
That wasn't
second
you.
to what? Okay, now, Daba, you can go before David.
Yeah, so shout out to Kickstarter for such an awesome event, especially with the trophy. And it's definitely worth the time invested for the XP. Shout out to YouTube, the panel, and the millions and billions and trillions of those of you guys that might watch it later. Please do. It makes me happier.
Don't
And-
watch it to make Double unhappy.
Shout out to Woofy. I'm glad you needed that. I'm glad I could help you out with that VK80, Thor.
You did not help me with that, Thor.
hey, let's not lie now on a live chat.
I will show you my attack log because I attacked the guy after he opened me up the 80 because he wanted a bubble.
All right. Is that all, Daba?
I believe so.
And shout out to shout out to my knee because I just cracked it on a piece of metal bar.
Good shit.
Well, if you want to have that ball bat hanging sitting beside you all the time.
Shout out to Animal because he is an animal because he just like lives on these shows.
Way to go, Animal. All right, David, do you want to go before me, or you want me to go last? Or you want me to go?
You're going to go last because you're going to do the sign off.
Okay.
So I want to thank everybody tonight on the panel, everybody out in YouTube for showing up, Kixeye for the great job on the new UI and the new Ruby, although she does look Vulcan-like, but she is the evil version of Ruby, so we're going to have to see where the storyline goes with this one.
So you definitely know she's going to kill all your shit.
Yep, obviously she's not going to kill all your shit anymore because she's not as suicidal anymore.
And you can take control at any time and tell her not to. So.
Mm-hmm. So, Kixeye, great job. I'm loving the new graphics that you guys have inputted. So, with that, it is the passing of to a certain extent. And Mr. just joined. Little late, Destry, but better late than never.
I'm sorry, I was trying to make it. I wasn't home.
That's all
It's all right. We're just now giving shout outs, so we're ending. We're waiting for David. Go ahead, David. Finish up.
Right at the end.
I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Doxton Debo for Ricky Bobbying the shout out.
That phrase has been trademarked by Ricky Bobby Inc.
Mm-hmm. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am stepping aside for a short period of time as producer. We're gonna let Lonnie run with it and see where it goes because I know you guys are tired of hearing me. So, Lonnie, congratulations. You need anything, you just let me know, and I'll get it put together for you, though.
I will do, buddy. Thanks a lot. Okay, I guess since you're here, Destry, let's get a shout out from you, bro. We haven't heard from you, and we need a shout. We got to have some goat in our life, so.
But before we do, can we get a goat to English translator, please?
I said, okay.
I need the English side, not the goat side. I don't speak goat.
Time to learn, my boy.
You feel goat? If not, I can teach you. Anyways, I don't have much to say. Like I said, I'm sorry I was late. I meant to be home earlier. But shout out to OL. Shout out to you guys on Unshackled. Like I said, sorry I missed it. But hopefully I can make the next show. and try to get back into War Commander a little bit.
Let's just
And
try not to.
a special shout out to the goats in the background.
Hey, do or do not, there is no try. My one line I know from Star Wars or Star Trek, or one of them.
Okay, I guess that's all down to me. Okay, so I want to give a shout out to everybody that came out. All you guys on the panel. This is my first show, so just getting my feet wet. I'm still wet behind the ears. Just coming back to the game. I fucking love it.
He's a
I can't quit the game. I tried so freaking hard. Dude, I tried so hard to get away. Oh, you fuckers. You pulled me back in. But you know what? I love every one of you guys. You know, I have some friends. You know, I have a couple friends. We just got into an argument. You know, and we're family. You got to take your friends in this game for granted. A lot of the friends I've met in here aren't just my friends anymore. They're my fucking family, and I'll do anything for them. Whether it be in the game or you need something from me, anything I got, me cuss, whatever you need. But you guys gotta. It's all about communication. You need to communicate with one. If you got a problem with somebody, go talk to them. Work it out. You know, it's what we got. I mean, it's what we got, guys. But I just want to give everybody a shout out. Also want to give a shout out to our boy Dixie. He thinks he's sexiest man in War Commander. We'll tell him he is for now. But we all know Ricky Bobby tries to take that too, so because he piss excellence every day. I guess if nobody else got anything to say, we're just gonna go ahead and go.
Is there one more person you want to shout out to? Omega bases during the event.
Dava, thanks for them phalanx and those Omega bases during the event that you so gladly killed for my enjoyance. Shit. Also, I want to give a shout out to the lovely Skipjack. She does so much for us. I remember back when they first brought Thor onto the map. Oh, it's going to be brought out, I think it was for 3 days a week. We're going to have Thor bases for 3 days a week. Could you imagine having Thor bases for 3 days a week? All of a sudden you want to test something in your base. You want to change a heavy turnover. Oh, my God, there's no Thor. So you're going to have to go beg each and every one of your clan members and your friends for Thor.
And you can only hold 4 million?
Well, I think you could hold more than that. I think you could hold 40 at that time. I'm not sure. But it was when they first put the regular Thor on the map, and they was going to bring it out for 3 days a week. And Skip fought her ass off hard to get that brought every single day. And here it is. Every single day we want Thor, we go get it whenever we need it. But I know she's worked out a lot of problems for me individually, and I know she's probably everybody in this panel she's helped at one point or another. So I just want to give her a hell of a shout out for being a hell of a mod. But with that said, thanks everybody for watching in YouTube. I appreciate it. It's my first show, like I said. I'm just getting my feet wet. But we'll see you guys all. Oh my goodness, we just had a new visitor. I guess he left. He'll be back. But appreciate everybody's everybody. But I guess that's it. And with that said, this is War Commander Unshackled, and we out, boys and girls. Peace.